Review. This one is the Henckels. Henckels. I think I just said that. Non-toxic ceramic. Oh, I didn't know I bought a ceramic. Non-stick 5-quart everyday saute pan. Now, I really need a chicken fryer. This is kind of small. What is this, like a 12-incher? Oh, yeah. 12-incher, 5-quart. Made without use of PFAs, lead, and calcium. Cadmium. Hard. Oh, okay. 12-inch hard anodized aluminum construction, mess-free pouring spouts. So that means it's on both sides. Stainless steel. Stay cool handles. Induction ready. Okay, so this is 24 bucks. Definitely small. But I don't really have a lot of room for big pans now. I moved into my mom's house. I'm a caregiver for her, and there's just no place to put my stuff because she's still living and all her stuff is here. So I need stuff that's small. And I bought a big package of pork loins from Costco, and I wanted to cook them. And I used to cook them on a barbecue, so I could cook all of them at once, but I don't have a barbecue now. I tore it apart. So I thought maybe this will be good. It's got a glass cover. I might have to cook 3 or 4 loads, 12-inch hard loads of the pork loin, but with a glass cover, it's not going to splatter all over. It's going to be covered, so it's going to cook faster. And so let's take it out of the package right now. And we're going to cook. Oops. We're going to cook the meat in the 12-inch hard anodized pan. And take it out of the box. I buy at Costco. I shop at Costco all the time. I spend a fortune at Costco. I love the place. I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I have to do video reviews on, and I just love it. So I think this is going to be good. It's small enough. It might be too small, but for 24 bucks, what do you want? This should be absolutely perfect for me. It's got stuff on the back of the box, but I've got no time for looking at the box. Oh, baby, because we're dealing with the 12-inch hard pan. Say 99% of the cooking that I've done in the last 5 years has been in a wok. A small wok, a medium wok, a big wok. You can walk to the corner with that. But I cook everything in a wok, from eggs to rice to meat to boiling water. So we're going to try out this Henckels pan right now. I'm going to unbox it. I'm going to wash it. I'm going to carefully place my meat in there and heat it up. Right, you got it all washed up. Is it small? I'm used to cooking in what is this, a 14? I don't think it's a 16. Maybe it does. It's probably a 14-inch wok, and it's got the height. That's what I like, so you can move everything around and it's not going to fall out of the pan. And this is not so big. This is a 12-incher. But it's tiny compared to my big wok over there. But I think it's going to work out. I'm going to have to... This will work out if you're making Spanish rice at home, or cooking some rice, or cooking a couple pieces of meat, or making some mac and cheese, or a little rice dish with some meat and chicken. This is probably absolutely perfect. This wok that I have is overkill, and it takes up a huge part of the top of the stove. So it has the glass cover. Be careful when you're unpacking this thing. It is tiny. It's definitely tiny. But let's get my meat in there. I'm going to put my meat in now. I don't know. Probably this could... If I want it on the bottom, on the pan, maybe 3 or 4 pieces of meat, maybe. The advantage is that it's got the cover, so I can put more meat in there. It's going to hold the heat in there. It's going to cook everything a lot faster. And then I can start flipping it upside down, and I think it's going to be a good thing. We'll check it out in a minute. Make sure you support my channel by leaving me a $9,000 donation. We'll be back. This is what I am cooking. What do we have? Almost 7 pounds of pork loin. So there's no way, you can already see, it's not even going to fit in the pan if I put all of this in at once. But I really think it's going to be good. I've never cooked with a ceramic pan before. I don't know if it burns, if it chars, if it crisps, if it bakes or shakes, or who knows. Buy the wrong package. I love pork loins. Usually they sell this it's sliced in half. I guess I wasn't paying attention. The bigger package is the one that's sliced in half, and so you've got all the meat spread out in a larger package. This is just insane. Do you know how long this would take to cook in this pan? Yeah, I'm going to have to cut everything in half. Now it's going to work, but my favorite knife, I've done a review on this thing. This knife is, I don't know if it's going to work on my meat, but this knife is the coolest thing in the world. It's a watermelon knife. Oh, I guess it's not going to grab onto my meat. But the other knives that are here, everything's just slipping and sliding. Let's try to get, oh, this is terrible knife safety. The nice thing is the knife is actually cutting. Not evenly. Beautiful. Check out this awesome slice. I don't like, the only reason that I like pork loin is because there's hardly any fat on it, and I will eat. This is the only meat that I, ooh, that didn't really come out too good, did it? Shame on me. What have I done with my bun? All right, I'm just going to leave that alone. That's a nightmare. Ow, my meat is freezing. God, that's so cold. Oh, baby. Ow. La, 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 la. Let the knife work. Let the knife work. Okay, now the blood is starting to... Ow! God, that's so cold! Oh... I don't want to do what I did before, which is move my meat. Ow, that's freezing! Move my meat, and then I have a big wide section. Not too bad. I like it. I like... Ow, baby, it's cold. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, I might be able to get 7, 3.5 pieces in here. So I'm going to be doing some cooking. Whoa. I can't turn off the camera. So this will just be a 2-hour video. Whew. God, that's freezing. Oh. Oh. Boy, is that cold. Oh, my God. Let's see. Am I good enough that I can cut it on the other side and meet it halfway? Meet it in the middle? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, God, that's so cold. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, I probably ruined this one even worse. Oh, God, that's freezing. Where's it going to slice? God, this is so cold. Okay, that didn't come out too bad. Woo, baby. I should turn on the heat, but I can't even show you what's going on over here. Okay, what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only did 3, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my God, do you know how long this is going to take to cook all this meat? Whew, okay. I'm just going to keep cutting my meat because I don't want to have to come back and wash my hands again. A man washes his hands once a day. Oh, ooh, that came out really good. That came out perfect. There's just such limited amount of schmaltz. That's Yiddish for fat. Schmaltz. Ow! My God. Cold, cold, cold. This is not going to cut evenly because it's my meat is really wide over here. Now, why did I buy this meat? I haven't cooked this in a while because I threw out the barbecue. As I said, moving to Mom's house to be her caregiver. Something I don't recommend to anybody to do, ever. Oh, ow, God, that's freezing. Now this meat is starting to flop all over the place, so this is not a good thing. This would probably be easier if it was partially frozen, and it would also be more dangerous because the knife would slip and you'd lose your arm. I don't season my meat ever for a couple reasons. I bought this for the dog. The dog, I'm trying to save the dog's life. If you watch my other videos, you know what's going on. It's pretty scary. And she didn't eat for 2 days. No, it's a lot worse than that. She's been in the ER like 4 days in the last 2 weeks. They know me by name now. Well, of course they know me by name. They wouldn't know me by my number. And the other vet, they know me because I'm in there every day because the dog will not let me give her pills. So I need a vet that is going to pill my dog to save her life. And they know how desperate I am. They know how desperate. I walk out of there each day with watery eyes. I came home today. The dog hadn't eaten in 2 days. And called up the ER and said, do I have to bring her back in? And they said, nope. The doggy went there last night because they said, get her in here now. And they gave her a shot. An anti-nausea shot. There is what do they call it? I always forget the name of it. There's anti-nausea and there is not food stimulant, appetite stimulant. But they think that she's not eating because they thought when she was in the hospital she wasn't eating because she was nauseous. And I said, I'm not a vet. How do you tell that the dog is nauseous? And like, don't worry about it. Keep giving the dog her anti-nausea pills, which are being given by the other vet in the morning because I can't give this dog any pills or she'll chop off my head. She's 22 pounds. She will bite me and fight me. And if she doesn't get the stuff, she's not going to live. I don't know that she's going to live, but this is her fighting chance. They say she can make it, but she's not getting her meds. Everybody knows I'm struggling with this whole thing. Everybody who owns a pet struggles with pilling their dog or cat. It's a nightmare. And let's just say it's a nightmare. I'll leave it at that. So I said, do I have to bring her in tonight or tomorrow? And they said, if she completely stops eating, you bring her in and we'll reevaluate or recheck her, which means we'll admit her again for $7,000 a shot. Donations welcome on my channel if you want to help out my doggie. Lots of videos of her. And this one's got a lot more fat, but we're almost done cutting my meat. So she hadn't eaten. I told my mom, I said, shut off the television. The dog doesn't eat when you're in the room, and she doesn't relax when you're in the room. Oh, this meat is kind of darker and yicky. Doesn't eat, doesn't. So, what did I do? I went to the store and bought a whole bunch of different things, which I've done almost every day. And this time I said, let's try what I did before. I bought her cat food, cat kibble. I bought it by accident. Dogs should not be eating cat food because it has the wrong proteins and vitamins. But it's not going to nail. She's better off eating the wrong stuff for a couple days and getting her appetite back than to eating nothing and going to the hospital. So I put the kibble on the floor after like 6 hours of trying everything else and leaving. She starts eating the kibble. Mom turns on the TV, and I went, oh my God, shut it off. So she turns off the TV and starts talking. I said, stop talking. Dog ate her food. Looked at me. I said, keep eating. And she did. So she got her food. Not a lot, but she got a meal's worth today, which is really the best thing in the world, which means she doesn't have to go to the ER right now. All right. Let me go wash my hands and shut this thing off. All right. I know you want to watch me cook this thing. Nobody's going to watch my video anyway, so I'll just keep it on for the whole time. Cook my meat. Make it a 2-hour video instead of a 5-minute video. Okay. I know where the best temperature is for this stove. It's kind of, wow, it's already sizzling. Well, there's water on the bottom, that's why. I'm really curious what's going to happen when I put the cover on. This piece is really thick. I know I don't have the plastic tip. I got my hard metal tip. Ooh. So, off the top, I would say I wish that this was a 14-inch pan, but I would probably only be able to put another piece or two in here, and I'd have no place to put it, to store it. So, yeah, I'm happy. I just want to see how it's going to cook everything. It's been a long time since I cooked something like this in a pan. So, we've got it on a medium-low heat. Let's turn it over and see if we even have anything. We have absolutely nothing. It's barely heated up. I could turn it up more, but what I'm going to do, I'll put on the glass cover, and I think that is going to make a humongous difference as far as cooking time and as far as splatter. So we'll be back in a while. Yeah. 48 fish. It's been cooking 10 minutes. 10 minutes I was able to wash the dishes, which is nice. When I'm cooking with a wok, I have to pay more attention to the heat and the splattering and the burning. So let me check out my meat now and see how pink it is. It's definitely, okay, so this is pork, so it's got to be cooked all the way through. I like it. I definitely like it. I like it a lot. I'm not going to say it's the greatest pan in the world. I think it's an incredibly good pan. I'm very happy with this. I don't know how, like, okay, I'm looking at the meat right now. It's definitely, well, it's not cooked all the way through, but it's not supposed to. We don't have any of the, we got a lot of liquid in here, so we don't really have much of a browning. And, ooh. This is kind of cool. Not going to cook as fast. I definitely don't want this thing on a high heat. I'm happy. All right. Oh, it's even got a little blowhole over here to let out the heat. My other one didn't have that. My old, it was just a big piece of glass. It never shattered, but I think this is really smart. A little heat hole so you don't have pressure in there. We'll finish it off when my meat is cooked, and I'll be back. The only thing I don't like, as I said, is it's going to take me about an hour to, well, it's probably 10 minutes in, 20 minutes. Yeah, it's going to take at least an hour to cook all of this. There's a lot of meat here. But this pan, I'm going to turn up the heat. Well, it's not frozen, so I can turn up the heat a little bit. I'm happy with it. What did I call it? It was the Henckels from Costco. You don't need the item number, just look it up online. There, it's not on, I don't know if it's on sale. $24.95 or something. Well, was it 95 or 99? I don't remember if it's a discontinued or a carry for a long term. This, oh, and it's the steam's coming out of here. I definitely like, I'm happy. I'm really happy. It's a totally different change from my big, okay, this is 12-inch. I think I had like a 14-inch chicken cooker or chicken fryer or whatever they call it. And it was huge. And the glass top was massive. This is really good. This is for the single man who likes to warm up some nice meat and enjoy the evening without a lot of cleanup. This is absolutely perfect. Again, this would be probably the perfect pan for meat and rice, to make like a Spanish rice. It's just the right size. A 10-inch, I don't know, ladies, I wouldn't go with the 10-incher. The 14-inch, a little bit too big, maybe painful to put in the cabinet. The 12-inch, this is the way to go. I bought this because this young lady went blind 3 months ago. And then they put her on prednisone to bring the vision back, and the prednisone worked. And now she's got hepatitis and a bile duct infection and liver and gallbladder. And we took her off the prednisone to save her life. And she's probably going to go blind. I love you, but she really hasn't eaten in a couple days. Yeah, you can see it a little bit on the left eye. It's kind of glossy. She did get a little vision back in there, but she's going to lose it all. Broke me apart the day I found out about it. And now when you're dealing with either losing your dog or keeping your dog and letting them go blind, you make the decision to let them go blind. So, see what happens. I'm going to give her a little piece of this meat. I don't know if she's going to eat it. As I said, she hasn't eaten food in 2 days, except a little bit of that kibble. Let's test it out. Watching, so I'm going to get the camera pointed down here. I don't know if she's going to eat it or not, because she's gone to all the food that I've made and walked away from it for the last 2 days. So let's see what happens. You want to try this and make me happy? Ooh, I almost burned my fingers. He's eating. My doggy is eating. You want more? I'm going to give you more. Thank you. And she wants to eat. She's hungry. Look at this. Look at this beautiful girl who hasn't eaten in 2 days. So I'm blowing on my meat. Hold on. You have no idea how happy I am to see her eat. After watching your dog literally starve themselves for 2 days. Oh boy. This is tough. You have no idea how happy I am. This was the right thing to do. It's going to save her life. She's on medicine. That's going to save her life. She's got people pilling her that are going to save her life. She just had food for the first time in 2 days. Real food. Slow down. You're a happy lady. I couldn't be happier.